Next up is Rachel Smith.
Yeah.
This, my body, ball of dough, wild-armed mother folded me, spun me like a power drill. Hard handling has pressed me. Flat as board and pulpit stand, grim preaching men have jaded me. My face 100 verses doled, a silver pan for cooking things. They've painted o'er my canopy of sunlit arbors, lovely sky, with concrete ceilings, eggshell white, that so enclose our silly dreams. Solid as a metal rod, round bearings loose and tiring. I go to bend and write something, but bitterness has straightened me. And these don't have titles. I wish almost to believe in a heaven, to revel in feelings of hope and admiration for the tired hand of God. I wish almost to elope, sanctified by white in a distant land, surrounded by sea, married in floral mediocrity, like a lady, like a blood-sucking flea. I wish almost to believe in something sovereign, something holier than me. After all, at last, I see it, doubt. As I slack disappointedly, tugging the ties that bind, these gentle grievances of nature yield spiritual feed. And then the last. How it fills, that shapely, well-lettered word, tongue but forms itself upon it, and all about me rouses in imagination. Love, oh, tiny swear of cream, tall and titled, come out of me. My eyelashes, mouth, and knees all feel it. It, rising up from under, pull and bellow in the earshot, drifts as a pool of air, balmy smoke, yet I alone can hear it. Strung and short, it wafts a potent laugh around me, hanging my head in a banal sink.
Please welcome, with all your love, Allie Freeman.
So I'm going to read it in kind of reverse order since I don't have that much time. Okay. Ethan Allen, 48 on board, 20 die as New York boat capsizes. 200 miles north of New York City, Lake George had suffered so much at the hands of magazine writers. Photographic views executed with great fidelity and skill, surrounded on all sides by beautiful hills and mountains of primitive rocks, it assumes the character of a noble river. No ivied ruin or lordly hall. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Hardly surpassed by any for transparency and perfection of form, the eminence gives to the lake white sand, crystal purity of water, a considerable depth. The traveler will do well to secure a seat upon the top of the coach, and no lake could be richer. Black Mountain rises behind us. This, like all mountains, is very deceptive. An island of white, a rude cross, 6 miles long, resembles a projecting tongue. There is a solitary, miserable cottage upon this island, from which we saw smoke ascending. A woman who lives in it is facetiously called Lady of the Lake. Traversed by the savage, an Indian named Samson Paul, obscured by the solitudes, hostile Indian tribes waged barbarous war, eager for the fight. According to the barometrical calculations, obscured by the solitudes, swept over by a great deluge, the Battle of Lake George, erected, boulder, death, wound, bloody pond, sunset slaughter, graves opened, a sea of glass, snakes, the dry bed of winter torrents, Black Mountain looms, for 2 hours over the rocks, bare and desolate horizon, mute and motionless silver sea, rising into a new world. We lose sight of it altogether, the hapless victims, forever at rest, unconsciously, sail for miles without a sign of human life. Divested of verdure, double echo, driven into the water, the grave, divine, captured and killed, impaled alive, met cruel fate upon a sharp tree below. Black Mountain rises behind us. Thank you.
Three Whitesides.
But it's called All That's Real to Me. 1, Halloween. Tomorrow we will pray all day. I am dressed as Jim Nashville, forgotten Greenwich Village folkie and best friend to Bob Dylan. Outfit, heart, ass, sunglasses serve. I play guitar all night at a diner, nervous under gaslight. Jim Nashville had exactly one song get on the radio, A Real Woman Wouldn't Pass. Tomorrow the Pope remembers his lump in good duty, burying his dressy heart. On Halloween, when our band was a band apart, went home at dawn and looked at ornamental masks on the wall. Having found these masks in dirty streets, we called them tribal masks. With tribal masks, white dresses of furthering gender, maybe sexuality. What if two men killed each other over us? Our band wants to know what is ragtime, blues or Walmart white blue. We trick or treat until dawn and hide the wrappers. Look, my candy had no wrapper, it was just there really. Our band may look like anything given enough money. The Dress in God's Band, Chevrolet Heaven, a ragtime song with blue eyes. Our band is often a wedding band. Pay less than that and our band could be your life, the Minutemen. In over 60 years, a museum is erected for tribal masks. This is how the soul passed to heaven, a ritual of body snatching, no sensual face. And everyone who knows our band knows who we were or weren't born as. A real woman wouldn't pass me up, dusty nails pull her out, white costume and classic give up, dreaming expensive doubt, Jim Nashville. Tomorrow is on a cross-country trip to take my little hips. 2, trailer parks. Rose Memphis has a boyfriend. She is 16. Shades of delinquent toddlers on the wireless around her. On the drugstore of magazine props, Rose put on blush. Her boyfriend is on a warm belly TV. Death met me mobile on the way to the beach. I'd always thought of death colored like glass, blushing. Thinking about how men and women think about death was not very different than it would have been in ancient Athens. Sexuality was. The riverside property, clean enough, was painted white for control. Slowly, men and women in America began to realize how uncertainly they were moving and how house sizes prescribed what to do in them. Sit still, said those in white houses. They made us painfully aware of their choices to buy cradles. Well, sometimes we think death is worth it, they say. Talking about trailer parks is worth playing a digital piano and making mistakes. It is worth learning cosmetics. 3, this is written in a form I invented called a Jesuit. It's basically 33 words long, the age Jesus was when he died, and the last stanza has to be aimed at saving the world. And this one's called Jesus. Bright woman songs pass me behind, the holy most body idols. There is no Jesus, waiting underground, the real, bearing. Due west, he comes upon one, feeding, back body says, burn phonemes, hope. 4, Maryland. Cleaning girls. A revelation is not always hidden under a dress, and dresses do not always discourse on revelation. Dresses are more like wallpaper more often. Houses with 2 bedrooms everyone acknowledges. I know how little a white dress matters after the knife, yet it is still so much matter like a pinup on a wall. Manipulation of matter is like how all America loves Marilyn Monroe. I can't remember who she died with. Bleach his lips. Bleach girls clean. Then they communicate freely as anyone can, claim legible language out big lips. Clean up matters up by gifting them recognition. Marilyn Monroe cleaned up nice. She said she channeled Lana Turner and Jean Harlow, plus a little smudge over her lip. Marilyn again. She did not have better elocution than most. 5, Born to Die. My man has walked out the door. From there I recall betting in my head what color stars up close laugh. My pocket of cockle shells, high-waisted jeans over immaculate gaze tights. On the way to the drugstore, a very serious man passed with his dog. I thought of how to make him confront me. I knew a girl who did this performance piece, walked just behind friends in public streets, sing as loud as possible, jazz standards. Everyone knows, right? And don't make eye contact with anyone. Friends carry on ordinary conversation. Best with some article of clothing with American flag on it, perhaps shorts. Sister gave me a blanket that looks like an American flag. I never wash it, is that wrong? One only needs one cockle shell to do the thing. A cold passing. Or my hair and brains across the manger. Flower in my hair, lean true love, explain lingo. Spiderweb ends. Medusa, story emphasizes, pass 0 up for empathy. All I have is ice kitsch. Being the other women in a dressing room, true love is on the rack with me. Z pretends just a blue rose swooning for blooded American. How pretty, how long. Walt Whitman bristled up with little perfume. Thy empathy is a 2-way snake, rattleshell. Thy very serious man would laugh with tiger teeth on my queer, what a drag. It's the trick of getting over the ball when the ball had you. Being the other woman, I was taking everyone through my private inferno. The slowest songs were on the record so Z could never leave. Call me Lana Del Rey Time Insurance. Empty passing agent. Thank you.